Can you guys help me with the trailer problem? Check this out.
Shut up and sit down.
Ham Radio 2.0, Ham Radio RV Life. Check this out, okay? So I took my travel trailer that's behind me right now. I'm about to take you on a tour through it. I took my travel trailer to Huntsville, Alabama last August for the Huntsville Hamfest. And it was a bit of a beating of a trip. You don't believe me? Ask KDMRD. He was with me. So I've got a 2004 F-250 Ford truck with a V10 gasoline-powered engine. If I had a diesel truck, it would have been a much easier trip. But with my gasoline-powered engine truck, I was able to get up to about 65 miles an hour on a 70 to 75 mile an hour stretch. I could get it higher than that if I really pushed it. I just kind of didn't feel comfortable doing that. So the 10-hour drive took us about 12 to 13 hours. Well, 12 to 13 hours of driving, not including stops. I mean, including stops is closer to 14 hours. But after I got back, I'm like, you know what? I really want to use my trailer more than this, but that was a beating of a drive. So I've decided to probably get rid of this thing. And I would like your opinion. This is a question video. I'm reaching out to the ham radio community, hashtag HamFam, and I'm asking what you guys think about this. If anyone knows any trailer dealers, repair persons, and whatnot, we're going to get into this right now. I want you to check this out. So this is actually a Dutchman trailer. It's a Dutchman Coleman Lantern edition. And if you look up on the Dutchman website, the model number of this trailer, it's actually kind of hard to find. In fact, I haven't been able to find it. This is a 2011 model. It's 27 feet long. It's considered a 27-foot travel trailer. But from bumper to tongue, right here, it's actually about 31 feet. Okay, this is the side. You can see up there at the top where the awning is missing. The awning kind of tore up on me, and I took it down, and I actually have bought a new awning for it, but I haven't replaced it yet. Okay, it's got manual jacks that you crank up and down in the back on all four corners of the trailer, and I use my battery-powered impact wrench to crank those up and down. That works really well. Okay, the gentleman I bought it from got it from Nichols RV Center in Mesquite, Texas, but I bought it used. So this right here is obviously where the power comes in. This was a repair job done by Outback RV, because the side and then the corner there started separating. Actually, this has happened twice. This side, right here in this corner, started separating 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. So I go in and I take it back to this. I take it to this place in Denton, Texas called Outback RV, and I asked them to fix it. And I thought they did a pretty darn good job with it. But then, like 3 years later, maybe 4 years later, the same side started separating again. So I took it back to him right after the Huntsville Hamfest in 2021. And I said, hey, this is coming apart again. And I was told, oh, yeah, we just Band-Aided that for you last time. What? Why didn't you repair it correctly so I wouldn't have to deal with it now? Band-Aided it? Seriously. So Outback RV in Denton, Texas, not a fan of theirs anymore. Used to think they did good work. Now I'm not so sure. Anybody use them? So that's there. But they put this tape on it. And this tape is supposedly like really high-strength industrial flex tape or something like that. So I guess it's okay now, at least for the short term. So we got the pop out living room here. You can see where this is popped out on the side over there. Pops out about 4 feet. That way, I'll go inside in a minute and show you what it looks like. Another storage compartment here. Dual propane tanks here that I actually replaced all of the piping and hardware on last year. They've got, you can probably see this guy right here. It's got gauges on it now to tell me, this tank is empty. I ran this tank out this morning, or this weekend rather. This tank here, hopefully you can see that right there. This tank here is good and full. So I switched from tanks. I got to take this tank home and get it refilled. But it's got two 30-gallon, I think they're 30-gallon tanks on it. That stays in the top there. Right now it's got a deep cycle battery from Interstate. If I replace this battery, it's probably going to be a Bioenno, some sort of LiPo4 battery, 100 amp hour. I'm going to overdo it where I'm planning to. This guy here is an electric lift. I put this on myself. It had a hand crank lift on it, and I put this on myself shortly before the Huntsville Hamfest. And this works much better, obviously, than a hand crank. And then it's got these sway bars attachments on it. I put that on myself as well. So I've done several upgrades to it. There's the front of it. It is about 10 years old at the time of this recording, so it's you know, it needs a couple of minor repairs here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty darn good. Here's the inside. This is the what I would call the master bedroom. This is where I always sleep. It's got cabinets on the side here. Oh, look, there's me. It's got cabinets on the side here that you can hang clothes in. It's got these shades on all the window, or most of the windows. These guys here have a habit of coming off and coming loose. So this one right here doesn't close right now because that catch is missing there. It's in there somewhere. I just got to screw it back on, get my drill out, and put it back up there. So another shade here, other side. Same thing happened here. This catch that's supposed to bolt right here is missing. And I've got that one around here somewhere too. I don't remember. I might go replace those things actually. They seem like they were kind of cheesed. They cheaped out on that, I think, a little bit. But all of the lights work. I replaced all of the lights with LED bulbs several years ago. So all of the lights work really well. There, that's just a vent there, no fan. This right here, this is a mirror with a TV on the back end of it. So this is a TV here. It's not a smart TV. It's an LCD TV. I'm pretty sure it's 1080p. It might be 720. I don't remember right now. I would probably eventually replace this. That was always my plan. The one thing I don't like about this camper overall, this guy right here, which works perfectly fine, this clock stays on. There's no way to turn this clock off that I have found without disconnecting the battery. So every time I leave, I store the trailer. Every time I leave after a hunting season, after a trip somewhere, and I'm going home, and I'm not going to come back to the trailer for a week or two, or maybe a couple of months, I have to disconnect the battery, or this clock will kill the battery. Now, you can fix that with a solar panel, and I tried that at one point with a 40-watt solar panel. That was not enough to keep it charged, so I've got to figure something else out on that later on. There is your breaker box down there. Now, this is the living room. This is the pop-out part around here. It's got a fold-out couch. This couch folds out into a full bed. That's actually the biggest bed in the trailer. It folds out to what I think is about a queen-size bed with a blow-up mattress. The blow-up mattress, like most of them do, developed a leak a while back, and I finally just took it out and got rid of it. What I would like to do, if I was going to keep this, what I would do is just unbolt this entire couch from the walls here, and I would replace it with what's called a jackknife couch, where instead of folding out into a bed, because when you fold out that bed here, and someone gets up in the middle of the night, you can't walk by it. There's no room to walk by this way. So what I would rather have is a jackknife bed, where you just unlatch something here, and the entire bed folds down, and that back folds down, so it's horizontal with the seat, and then it's a single bed. That's what I'd like to do with it anyway. 9 times out of 10, there's only one guy sleeping in this bed anyway. This right here is another bed, and underneath this part is a dining table. So generally speaking, when we're here during hunting season, one of the guys sleeps here. 2 of the guys can sleep here. This is a single wide. Turn that light off. This is a little bunk bed here, single person bunk bed, another single person bunk bed here. Normally, this is where Frank sleeps. Frank's not a member of the deer lease, so one of the other guys slept there this time. But that's normally where Frank sleeps. So you can really sleep comfortably 5 people. 2 people there, 1 guy here, 1 guy on the couch that folds out in however way you want it to fold out, and then 1 guy here. If you're down here with your wife or girlfriend, you could sleep up to 7, really kind of up to 8, because you could put 2 people here, and 2 people there, and 2 people up there. But generally speaking, we don't bring wives to hunting season or field day, unfortunately. So it's got a refrigerator here that is gas powered, propane powered, and electric. And if you put it on auto, it'll auto switch. If there's electricity available, it goes to electricity. If there's no electricity available, it runs off of the propane. So there might be some beer in here. Maybe. This is your pantry area. That's, you know what this is? This is Chattanooga whiskey that was gifted to me by Jason, KM4ACK, during the Huntsville Hamfest. So good stuff right there. Very good stuff. Other kinds of stuff there. It's got a propane oven and cooktop. It's got a microwave that is electric. This will not run on propane, obviously. It draws too many amps. So if you're connected to shore power or generator power, this runs fine. Got a full-size sink. Those are the dishes that I did just a minute ago. Some storage over the sink here. Just like that. Underneath the sink, it's got a water pump. And it's got a water heater that runs for the propane side and a water heater for the electric side. So if you turn that on, if we're not plugged into power right now, but if you want to turn that on, you can do a water heater. The water gets very hot. You can see there's a little bit of damage. Not major damage. A little bit of water damage right here. And I'm not sure exactly. I think this light might be leaking a bit, but when it rained, the last time I was in the trailer and it was actually raining on us, this light did not leak. So I'm not exactly sure where this is coming from, but I've got to find that out and do another repair. Anybody who has a trailer knows that you're just going to have to constantly repair it. Even if it sits around and does nothing, even if you just have it stored correctly, it's just sitting in a stored environment with a covered shelter, maybe even a climate-controlled environment. You come back to use it 6 or 9 months after you used it the last time, there's something that's going to be broken or misaligned or something, some kind of cabinet's not going to shut correctly, whatever. I don't know, but that's just kind of the way it is with RVs. So these are your switches right here. This is for the awning in and out. Electric, obviously. It will run on battery power. This is for the slide room. You can slide the living room in and out with that. Storage there. Window there. Screen door here, which you can get. You can use the screen door, or you can use the main door here to close. And that is that. So, what I would actually like to do is I've been looking on YouTube for downgrade. I say downgrades, downsizing the trailer. This trailer has quite a bit. It's incredibly comfortable to use. It's got a lot of amenities. Everything works. Nothing does not work. There's a small leak in the roof, as I just showed you. There's a couple of minor things around, like the cabinet latches and whatnot. But all of the lights work. All of the propane-generated appliances work. All of the electricity works. The water system completely works. The water heater works great. The shower works. The toilet works. All the sinks work. Everything works. The air conditioner works fantastic. We're not going to use the air conditioner. This is November right now. We're not using the air conditioner. The propane-powered heater works at night and keeps the trailer incredibly warm. The floor is insulated, and all of the heater vents are in the floor, so the heat comes out of the floor, unlike the air conditioner, the vents are in the top. So everything works in this trailer, but what I want to do is get something a little bit smaller. I had looked at some ultralight type campers that were still like maybe a single axle, maybe something that's like, instead of 27 foot, maybe like a 18 or a 20 foot, maybe even some sort of overlanding camper. What I'm looking at currently is actually a 4-wheel pop-up camper to fit in the bed of your truck that pops up and down when you're driving, folds down when you're driving, pops up when you're camped. I'm actually looking at something like that. The only problem with that is I wouldn't be able to provide habitat to folks like I did last year in the Huntsville Hamfest. K8MRD, Frank, KG5HJ, A4MQ, N8YO, a couple other guys. Who else was it? Somebody else stayed with us one night. I was able to provide a place for those guys to stay, and we all hung out in front of my trailer, and it was a really fun time at Montesano State Park last August, and I would miss doing that at both Dayton and Huntsville in 2022. However, that doesn't mean I can't get something else and provide some other kind of solution for that. So I'm looking at either trading the trailer. I'm probably just going to sell it. Clean it up real good and sell it. And getting something like an ultralight or something like a pickup truck bed style camper. Okay? So I'm reaching out to you guys, the audience. What do you think I should do? Do you know anyone who works on these or trades them or a dealer? I can't even find, like I said earlier, I can't find this model number, this exact model number on like NATA Guides or Kelley Blue Book to find out what the trailer is even worth. I don't even know what the resale and trade-in value is. I have no idea. I have a ballpark figure, but I can't confirm it because I can't find the exact model number or the exact vehicle identification number, the VIN. I can't find the exact VIN on any website. I could take the trailer to a local dealer and I could say, hey guys, here's what I've got. And I'm sure they'd kind of lowball me, you know, the way that dealerships do, because trade-in value is not going to be the same as resale value. So I want to trade this or sell it, get something smaller, maybe a ultralight bumper pull, or maybe a pickup bed, slide in, drop in, whatever, and go from there. And we're going to do some overlanding and some ham radio with it. So I want to reach out to you, the audience. Put a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have experience in this sort of thing. If you work in the industry, definitely reach out to me. KC5HWB@gmail.com 73. Thanks, guys.